Am I live? I can't tell. Oh, yes. Hi. Oh, geez. Okay. Hello and good morning. This is Amanda, your art teacher, and I'm back in my room and I'm going to be working on art, and it's good to be back. I am done with teaching for the year, and I've spent that time readjusting to being home. I was pet sitting January through April of this year, so I haven't been at my apartment that much. And then I was also teaching, so that took all my time and energy. So I hadn't been able to like tend to my home that much. So once school got out, I've been like doing like a deep spring cleaning of my home, and it's been good. I also brought home all my kids' drawings and all the little gifts they gave me, and I had to find places for everything, and pretty much just redoing everything. I got some new bedding, I've upgraded some kitchen stuff, all kinds of stuff, and this goes with I think it was one of the last videos I made where I was discussing how I have to sometimes put stuff away in order to bring it back out. And I've learned this as part of my, creative process, part of my life process is, like, if I have stuff everywhere and stuff is, like, not organized, it's hard for me to focus, and I had a lot going on, and it was a lot to process. I mean, life is just a lot to process anyway, so having, transitioned out of school and being around my kids all day, back to being home, and it was, a lot. So I had to, like, put stuff away, I had to clean everything, like, I took apart my vacuum, cleaned it, tried using it, and something smelled like it was burning, so I got a new one. I washed my spices, like, the jars, I washed it, like, all kinds of, like, little cleaning projects. And so I knew, my goal was eventually to get back to art because that's my first priority. But all these other little things around the house had to happen first, and I know that and I'm okay with it. So I just went with it. And I've gotten to a place where I'm here and I'm ready to start working again. And we got out of school on the 21st or the 20th, and then the 21st we had like a teacher day, and uh the teacher in the next room to me, Miss E, her little second grade daughter gave me this. It says Miss Kettler, and that's my portrait, I guess. So cute. Her and her daughter are so cute. And so I just wanted to share this because it's important to share joy, right? And so, oh my gosh, yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a lot. I miss them a lot. So, what do I have here? I am back in my room and I have a piece that I started about a year ago. And this is it's kind of like a memorial piece for my most important romantic relationships. Like a combination of, I would say, like maybe the three most important relationships, and then starting with starting with, I guess, the relationship with my dad, the man that raised me anyway. And so this piece kind of is a continuation of that, and I'll explain how and why. So I had these two pieces that I wanted to make them for a while, My dad took both of these photos that I used as references. These are both, um, Virginia Beach, and he took these photos on one of our last trips together, and I wanted to paint them because I love them, and his images came out a little bit different than mine do, probably because we see things differently. So anyway, I made them, and when he passed, I had my mom mail me some of his old army shirts. So I tore up his shirts, and the fabric I used for the sky for this one I used for the sky for that one, and also, um, for this one, and it was fun to play with texture. It's not something I do that often. Here's what they looked like when I had primed them with gesso. So that's kinda what this one will look like. So, people really, um people really liked the fabric, they liked the story behind it, and I really like the fabric. Like, I like to sculpt, and that's something that I also don't do enough, so I got to play with dimensionality. So, I don't know how ideas just come to me. So, I had, um, this this is Virginia Beach also. It was a day where there were, like, these waves, and you can see, they were really foamy, and it was really cool, like, um, really cool beach foam, and I think I wrote some poems about it. And, I'm not really sure how I got to tearing up an ex-boyfriend's hoodie to make these waves. I can't really explain how I decided to do that. It just kinda came to me. So, I think it was like, relationships, they kinda just, like, transform, they're one thing, and then you break up, and then it goes through a transformation, and then you can come back together and still be, like, amicable or friends. I don't know. I've been mulling this over in my mind of how to talk about it for um, a while, and I don't I don't really know if I can do it. I don't really know if I have if I can, put it into words or not. But so one of my favorite movies is, Red Dragon with Edward Norton, and I like how it discusses, like, the transformation that he goes through in his mind. I mean, he's obviously crazy, but, that's one of my favorite movies, so it's like and it was an inside joke with my ex, DUC, um, from that movie and from the South Park episode, which is also funny. So it's like, um, ex-boyfriend hoodie transformed, do you see? And he laughed at it. So that's what we're doing. And it's not just one ex of mine, it's I would say 3 of them, and all kind of similar, all blue-eyed white guys, including my dad. It's weird. And then, my exes more or less rem had, the good and the bad qualities of my dad. It was weird. So, yeah, and then we're building on the 2 pieces that I showed, and I guess I guess my dad is, like, the first one because we were, like I was, like, his beach buddy, and we were, like, swim people. So, like, the water is, like, a foundation, I think, and then, I take these really awesome trips or I took these awesome trips with my exes, and, like, being in the water with them are some of my best memories, which is cool, and I have some really good photos from those times, like Hawaii, um, Puerto Vallarta, Bahamas. Yeah, yeah. Um, so it's, processing a lot of emotions after my dad passed, still processing stuff from all my relationships, and it just it's never ending of processing. But this was fun. At first, I didn't want to cut it up because of sentiment, and then there was a point where I wanted to practice, like, processing the transformation and processing the emotions, so I had some fun, like, ripping it. Um, there's destruction in creation, right? Okay. Alright, don't mind me. So, as you can see, is this too authentic for people to handle? I don't know, maybe. So, what I've done is I've taken some of the thicker pieces, like here and up here, to make the waves, and then I'm gonna put a piece here, and then this piece right here is really nice. Really nice, gives me this wave right here. I've cut it up into pieces and I glued it down. I'm using Elmer's glue. This is what I used for the other ones, and it works just fine. And what's really cool about it is, oh yeah, you can see this little ripple right here. Oh no, I didn't glue that yet. Oh, so I'm still piecing it together. What we have down here is like a seam, and when I prime it, it's probably going to give me a good texture. And then something that I do and that I did was I use sand in my pieces. So I had glued some sand down here, and then I didn't like it. I thought it was too grainy, whereas the sand in this picture is very smooth. So what I did is um I glued an old pillowcase on top of it, and that made it really smooth. So I think that's what I'm gonna go with. I also, from my spring break trip to Newport Beach, California, I got some sand, and this looks like the right texture, but I don't know if I'll use it or not. Oh man. So that's what I'm doing today. And I don't know, how should I go about this? Oh, and my brown blanket is back home with me. This blanket was at the First Friday Resident Gallery, and then it was at the gallery that I shared with Paul, his Go Wild gallery. And since I started emptying out the gallery, I brought it home and washed it. So this is kind of cool that having this back here after it was in two galleries. And so my goal for today is to just get some more pieces down. I'm almost done with that. And then what I'm going to do is I need to prime it. So I have my gesso over there, and it'll probably take 3 or 4 layers of primer. And then Then I will sculpt more of it, and then I'll paint it. So that is that. That's what I'm doing. Is that all that I had to say? So it all ties together, and it's been a lot of work just to get to this point. But I feel better. I donated bags of stuff. And everyone wants to know, are you teaching next year? What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm like, I have no idea. I have no idea. Carrying the emotional weight of 30 children was a lot. And um I don't know yet because I I've only had my brain fully back to myself for, a couple weeks. Um yeah. And then I thought about making a video introducing the piece and then doing like a time lapse of me working on it, where everything is like sped up. But then I'm like, why? That's not that's not the creative process. I don't need to make things more palatable for other people, especially not my art. I don't do that. And another reason is like, why does everything have to be fast? Isn't everything fast enough? Like, no. So I'm not doing time lapse. I'm just not doing it. Okay. It's really fun to like look for certain pieces that I know can be used somewhere else. It's kind of like a collage, which is a really underutilized art form, I feel. And it's been pretty messy with this glue, but it's fine. And what I like about the material of the hoodie for this piece is that it's really thick and comforting. And my greatest relationships are comforting, you know, how they should be, I think. I think that's what people go for sometimes. I don't know. I don't know what people go This one will be interesting to see how it turns out. I have an idea for it. But we'll see. I don't know. I don't know if I'll like it or not. But maybe the point is just to do it just to do it. See what happens. And then I can move on to all my other projects. Mm-mm-mm. And there's some crevices. There are some crevices, so a lot of it will get smoothed out when I apply the 3 or 4 layers of gesso, and then I also have cold wax, which I can mix with paint to do more sculpting repairs, and I can also sand some of it. I'd like to get it as close to my photo as possible. And I like this glue because it's strong enough, but it's not like super glue. So if I need to tear something up and redo it, I can. Like I'm looking at something right now that I'm like, I don't know if I like that or not. But I am going to be sculpting quite a bit of it, which I'm looking forward to. I'm probably going to be doing it with a palette knife, which is exciting. And you can see how I've like shaped some of it to be like the crashing waves. So this is exciting. I think it'll turn out cool. And it's pretty heavy. It's a pretty heavy piece. And I originally wanted this painting to be of some sandpipers because they're so cute. They're like the cutest little birds, all like little and fat and then boop, boop, boop. But I lost the reference photo and I could not find it. Oh, and I have a pastel that I was using, a chalk, not oil. Chalk pastel that I was using if I wanted to like sketch um, what I'm doing first. And that helped a little bit if I needed it. And I've been using X-Acto blades. I've been using these Amazon Basics scissors that are actually very sharp. They've been working. But I think this is going to be really good. And then I already know how I'm going to paint it. Or yeah, I already know how I'm going to paint it.
if I can just fill some of it in with glue before I primer it. I wonder if that'll work. Yeah.
Maybe I can use the tip of the glue rather than my fingers, be a little bit less messy. But I do like sticking my fingers in it. Well, that sounded crazy. Um, yeah, it's fun to make art with your hands. It's a lot of fun. And I'll probably do some of this when I go to oh no, when I go to fill it in with the wax and the paint. I will probably use my hands to do that because one of the pieces of the stuff where my dad took the photos, I did it mostly with my hands one night after having some IPA at the First Friday Gallery. And I was dancing around. Oh no, it got on there. Um, so I had a blast doing that. And this way you can connect with it more, I think. You connect with the art because you have your like your nervous system extends out into your fingers and then it's like directly from your brain into the piece. So you really get to connect with it like that. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, my goal for today is just to get this glued down, and then I'll let it dry for like a day or two, and then I'll start the primer process, and that'll be fun. But I think it kind of looks cool like this, and sometimes when I work on stuff, I like to just like let it sit and be happy with the progress that I've made on it. Um, Rather than just like um, trying to get it done, appreciating it for the stages that it's in. I need a towel. I need a towel, but I'm stuck under the art. Oh, there's glue everywhere. Okay. And it's cool, like some of these pieces that, um, I'm not using or they become trash and they get thrown away. It's kind of like, like, I don't know, like in your relationships, you can't always, you can't always hold on to stuff. Some pieces, some memories you don't remember, lost to time, I guess, or I don't know what it is. Who knows what happens? I don't know. So yeah, I've been cleaning, organizing, and I just have not had any clarity and or the ability to think about like anything. And maybe I don't need that right now, but I've been like doing like fasting and prayer. Um, and it's helping a little bit along with getting rid of so much stuff and organizing. It's like I can feel the progress being made, and I shouldn't try to force it so much, but I really, I have all these projects and, I know where I want to get or where I want to be. And I know how I think I know what I need to do to get there. But I think I'm rushing. I think I'm just rushing the process. Maybe, yeah, I just need to slow down, not force everything. Try to savor things more. I made some really good banana walnut muffins yesterday. And then I I perfected my waffle recipe. So I'll probably make a video where I make waffles. I love waffles, so good. I'm trying to put some love into it. Communicate with it. This is glue on my hands. Hmm. Yeah, this is really fun. I would recommend this kind of project to anyone. Yeah, like fuse your soul into the art. Why am I like this? I don't know. I don't know why. Can't tell you. I wish I could be as careful with my relationships as I am with my art. That would be great. I try. I do. I try.
Okay. I know I'm gonna fill this crevice with stuff later on, but I feel like maybe if I just stick something in there now, make that process easier. And I don't think I'm going, I don't think I'm going back east to Virginia Beach this summer. I don't see it happening. Um, but who knows? Sometimes I go later, like in August. Um, my trip to Newport Beach for spring break was really satisfying, so I don't feel like I need to go anywhere. And I was pet sitting all year at someone else's house, which I do enjoy, but I want to be in my home. Processing everything that's going on in my mind. And then there's a first Friday this Friday. And it turns out we actually, well, I have the gallery since he moved out fully. Um, I would have the gallery to myself, and this would be the last First Friday. However, I'm pet sitting for a girlfriend of mine this weekend. I could probably go for a few hours. Maybe I would Uber since they changed the parking. Oh, stupid, so stupid. Or maybe I just don't even bother with it at all. I'm not sure yet what my plan is. So it's looking like I'm almost done with the fabric, so it'll be good to um, once I get everything for certain glued down, then I can throw away what I'm not using. And process whatever emotions come up. I know just saying that sounds kind of harsh, but it is what it is. Um, how long have I been live for? An hour already? Oh my gosh. Where is that piece that I had? I'm sort of gently pulling the material this way. There's like a really good crease here, and it's doing exactly what I wanted it to do, which I love when that happens. I'm getting hungry. It's almost time for some banana muffins for breakfast, and then I need to start prepping for dinner. I'm going to be making a veggie curry, and I'm excited. I've made it before, it's really good. Can you hear my stomach? It's like muffins. Muffins, you say? In the fridge? My favorite part so far is I think this folded piece where it's, like, nice and thick. I just love that piece. I think it really captures what I'm going for. In terms of that, like, thick, warm, comforting feeling that my exes gave me. And they still give me, we stay in contact. I, uh, I didn't have much family growing up, so my relationships, um, even though we're not, like, romantically together, they're still, like, the most, important people to me. I wasn't expecting this piece to wrinkle or crease the way it just did, but I really like how it looks, so I'm gonna leave it. Maybe move it down a little bit. All right, there is more I want to do on this today, but I need to have a muffin break and some green juice. I love this Suja brand. of juice. I drink a lot of it. Oh, sitting for so long. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Maybe I'll go do a lap around the apartment complex for fresh air. All right, that is it for this video. Uh, I'll come back later, and if any of my kids are watching, I miss you. And yeah, that's it. Stay happy and healthy. Eat your veggies. Take care of yourself. Don't scroll too much on social media. All right? Bye. How do I? There you go.